First up at 11, continuing coverage of our exclusive interview with the man at the center of controversy that has embroiled the Grand Rapids Police Department.
Dan Empson was the man injured the night former Kent County Assistant Prosecutor Josh Kuiper crashed his car after a night of drinking. At 6, we told you about the new accusation coming from Empson's attorneys that one of the men involved in trying to cover up that crash lied under oath during a deposition months later.
We now have our hands on those documents that show Officer Adam Ickes told Johnson Law that Kuiper didn't seem overtly intoxicated that night. But those secret recordings show that Ickes painted a much different picture. 24-Hour News 8's Lindsay McComal broke this story at 6. She's back tonight after reviewing that deposition a little bit more.
Yeah, Brian and Marley, that's right. There's 73 pages to this deposition from Adam Ickes about being the responding officer that night. Now, back in May, when he gave this deposition, we only had that public recording of Ickes describing Kuiper as hammered before being instructed to call the secret police line. He told attorney Brian Moldy he did not know why he used that word, though, during the deposition, because Kuiper was not overtly drunk. But then, within the first 10 seconds of that first secret phone call, he tells his lieutenant Kuiper was visibly intoxicated. Now Johnson Law is calling him out on that lie.
We have nothing against Grand Rapids Police Department. We have nothing against any one of these officers.
Then Johnson of Johnson Law spoke candidly after listening to call recordings from the night former Assistant Prosecutor Josh Kuiper hit his client's parked car, which Dan Empson was standing next to during the crash. After hearing the recordings and then reviewing Officer Adam Ickes' deposition recalling that night, he says Ickes lied to them about knowing just how drunk Kuiper was.
You said it to your officer, and then when he told you to hang up the phone and call back on the super secret bat phone to try to hide this from all of us, because let's be honest, Lindsay, about what was happening. They were breaking their own policies and procedures. In my opinion, they were breaking the law, having public conversation about an investigation, and they were doing it on private phones to try to hide it from you, me, and the general public.
It's the first time Dan Empson has taken questions about being the victim in the case.
And this wasn't what I intended when I was just going to go for a walk with a friend that night. I'm disappointed with the situation that had to happen, but if something like this is going to make people be more accountable, we should be doing things from a moral standard that benefits everyone, not just the people we know.
All three men are baffled and disappointed by hearing GRPD downplaying Empson's potential injuries that night.
It's outrageous, and it's not just that, it's the other parts where Janiski is saying, does anybody suspect anything? That's not the kind of language you use if you're not attempting to cover up and conceal what everybody knew here was a crime.
Like the original recommendation from the police chief, Johnson also believes all three men should have lost their jobs, not just Lieutenant Matthew Janiski.
I find the whole system here failed all of us. And I appreciate that Mr. Empson is tough enough and a fighter enough to stand up and tell you can't do this to me.
Now, we've not been able to get in contact with Officer Ickes or the police union for comment on that accusation yet. The attorneys added, though, that they can't even have Ickes at any future proceedings because they have reasonable anticipation that he'll either commit perjury during those proceedings or have to admit to committing perjury in that deposition. So everything is just become a little bit more of a mess.
Okay, and there's a couple of lawsuits.
Right. So
on
there's
behalf of Mr. Empson.
Yeah, correct. There's still one directly against Kuiper and then a second against 3 of the bars. They allege that those bars overserved Kuiper that night and should also be responsible in some way.
Quite a few things to keep up with then in this one.
Yep. Lindsay, thank you.